Suburbia is a battleground, an arena for all forms of domestic combat. Husbands clash with wives.
Suburbia means the outer parts of a city. It has houses, parks, and schools. People live there for a quiet life.
Suburbia. Welcome to Suburbia.
Tired of Suburbia?
Somewhere in Suburbia.
Just Suburbia.
I'm trapped in Suburbia.
Suburbia in the country.
Paying rent in Suburbia.
Why do you think I'm here in Suburbia?
Lost in Suburbia hell.
Parents cross swords with children, but the bloodiest battles often involved women and their mothers-in-law.
Cross swords means to fight or argue. When people cross swords, they are in conflict. For example, two friends might cross swords over which movie to watch. It's like two people with swords facing each other, but here the fight can be with words.
I'm not crossing swords.
Crossed swords.
We accidentally crossed swords.
Did you cross swords with him, sir?
Let's not cross swords with her, Charlie.
I'm not crossing swords with my brother.
We've crossed swords, yes.
I'm prepared to cross swords.
Crossing swords with me.
Prepare to cross swords.
The war for control of Carlos began the night he proposed, and Gabrielle had been losing ground to Juanita ever since.
Losing ground means becoming less successful. You start with an advantage, but then you lose it. For example, a team that was winning starts losing games, so it's losing ground.
We're losing ground, brother.
We're losing ground as a people.
We're losing ground out there, okay?
We're losing ground?
We're losing ground pressure.
We're losing ground, Bob.
I don't think we're losing ground.
Hey, you're losing ground.
We are losing ground.
From the prenuptial agreement, which she reluctantly signed, to the selection of wedding music she despised.
A prenuptial agreement is a paper that people sign before they get married. It says how things like money and houses will be split if they divorce. This helps avoid fights about stuff later.
Prenuptial agreement.
Prenuptial agreement.
It's all in the prenuptial agreement.
Get a prenuptial agreement.
What, so no prenuptial agreement?
According to the prenuptial agreement.
I signed a prenuptial agreement.
As per our prenuptial agreement.
Maybe we get like a prenuptial agreement.
Was it to prepare a prenuptial agreement?
No.
I want to be exhausted at night, just like all the other wives. Till I build up my stamina, of course. And that might take a couple of years.
Stamina is the power to keep going in tough or tiring tasks. Runners need it to run far, and workers need it to do a long day's job. It's about having the energy to last.
No stamina.
Speed up, check your stamina. Speed up, check your stamina.
Somebody with stamina.
Where do I get my stamina?
Man, he had stamina.
Smoking affects your stamina.
You got stamina, Lester.
Not that I have that kind of stamina.
No spine, no stamina.
Of the many suburban rituals, none is quite so cherished as the neighborhood yard sale. The shoppers come to sift through the discarded belongings of someone they don't really know.
Sift through means to look carefully through a lot of things. You do this when you want to find something special. For example, you might sift through a box of old toys to find your favorite one. Or you sift through papers to find an important document. It's like sorting through things bit by bit to get what you need.
We just have to sift through it again.
Now try and sift through it.
Time to sift through everything.
Okay, let me sift through this mess. You would sift through the garbage.
Sift through the rocks and dirt.
As they sift through evidence.
My job is to sift through chaos. We have a lot of chaos to sift through.
There's a lot to sift through.
What do I have to do? Beat up every guy in town?
Marriage takes work. I'm not surprised he's playing it close to the vest.
Play it close to the vest means to keep things to yourself. Don't tell others your plans, ideas, or feelings easily. For example, if you're planning a surprise party, you'll play it close to the vest so the person doesn't find out. You'll keep it a secret.
Very close to the vest.
Close to the vest.
Keep those close to the vest.
And your cards close to the vest.
He's playing it pretty close to the vest.
Just play your cards close to the vest.
Was playing it close to the vest.
The whole thing's very close to the vest.
Out.
They really keep it close to the vest.
Yes, but I would keep it close to the vest.
All right. Everyone's down for nap. We've got no more than an hour. Let's get cracking. 5-card draw. Nothing wild.
Get cracking is an informal expression. It means to start doing something quickly or get moving right away. For example, if you have a lot of homework to do and time is running short, someone might say, get cracking, to tell you to start working on it without delay. It's a way to encourage immediate action.
Get cracking, sisters.
Get cracking.
Let's get cracking.
Come on, let's get cracking, huh?
Let's get cracking.
Let's get cracking.
I've got to get cracking.
You better get cracking.
All right, I'll get cracking.
Come on, let's get cracking.
Yeah, I guess you'll take a check. Okay. All right, bye.
What was that about?
Turns out your mother is quite the card shark.
You let her play cards. How long did she play?
Not that long, why?
A card shark is someone really good at card games, but they often cheat to win money. In a card game, they might do sneaky things like changing cards without others seeing. They use tricks to beat the other players and get their money.
Hey, card shark.
I'm no card shark.
What are you, like a card shark? All right, card shark. What is a card shark?
Grace is no card shark.
Grandma was a card shark?
Sure thing, Mr. Card Shark.
You're not exactly a card shark.
Supposedly this player's a hell of a card shark.
I think it was only a small neighborhood game.
But it doesn't take much for her to fall off the wagon. I know she seems like a very strong woman, but
She has a major weakness.
Fall off the wagon means a person who was trying to stop a bad habit, like drinking or smoking, starts doing it again. For example, a person who stopped drinking alcohol for a long time, but then has a drink, has fallen off the wagon. It's like they were on the right path to quit, but then they got off that path.
I fell off the wagon.
He fell off the wagon.
for this, I'm going off the wagon.
You went off the wagon train.
Did you fall off the wagon?
Fall off the wagon again?
Somebody's off the wagon.
Take everything off the wagon.
I don't want to fall off the wagon.
I'm off the wagon again.
I checked up on this Silvercrest place. It's a treatment center for troubled kids. Who's gonna notice one more? I create the distraction, you blend in and find Zach.
Blend in means to fit in or become part of a group, place, or situation without standing out. For example, when you visit a new country, you might want to dress like the locals so you blend in. That way, you look like you belong there. If you're in a quiet library, speaking softly helps you blend in with the peaceful environment. It's about not being noticeable and becoming similar to what's around you.
Try to blend in. Like blend in.
No. You want to blend in with the population.
You blend in.
Do I blend in?
You can blend in.
Oh, I do it to blend in.
Just blend in.
I can blend in.
I know how to blend in.
How am I supposed to blend in with a bunch of messed up teenagers? I don't know, Julie. You pretend to be bulimic. Gag a little. Come on, work with me here.
Mom, when this is over, we need to talk about your parenting skills.
The word gag as a verb usually means to stop someone from speaking or to choke back a feeling like you're about to throw up. When a bully tries to gag other students a little, they do small things to stop them from talking much. They might say mean things, roll their eyes, or scoff when another student wants to talk. These actions make the other students feel shy or scared, so they don't speak freely. It's like the bullies making it hard for them to say what they think.
Don't fall for that old gag.
I almost gag.
This is a gag order. Like a gag, then.
Remove her gag. But it's not a gag, sir.
The smell alone is enough to make her gag.
Bailiff, gag the animal.
Moonlight, magic, gag.
Marshal, put a gag on that man.
Can you just gag yourself for once?
The man at the desk said there were no vacant rooms. Mind if I bunk with you?
Bree, what are you doing here?
It's a little chilly out here. Do you mind if we discuss this inside?
Bunk with is a casual way to say you share a place to sleep or a room with someone. For example, when I went to the sleepover, I had the bunk with my cousin. It means you and that person are staying together in the same space, like sharing a bed or a room where you sleep.
You gonna bunk with you?
Okay if the guys bunk with you, Chris?
It can fit in the bunk with Sydney.
You bunk with Pia.
You can bunk with Jessica.
You bunk with the men.
You can bunk with Sonu?
Does he bunk with anybody?
You can bunk with me for a while.
You could bunk with us.
Actually, Carlos, the more I watch her, the more I think she's probably not stepping out on you.
Really?
Yeah, she's not perfect. Lord knows. But she loves you.
Step out on somebody means to cheat on someone you're dating. When you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a partner, and you start seeing or being with another person in a romantic way, you're stepping out on them. It's like breaking the trust you have with the person you're supposed to be loyal to. For example, she stepped out on her boyfriend by going on dates with another guy.
Stepping out on her boyfriend.
My dad stepped out on my mom.
Step out on Faith.
Stepping out on faith.
She's stepping out on baby bro.
Step out on the wheel.
You ever step out on him?
You just step out on it.
I stepped out on Drew.
That's like a step out on me.
So instead of playing all these petty games, why don't we put an end to this right now?
What are you saying?
Let's take it outside.
Let's take what outside?
Your sorry ass we're throwing down.
You are crazy.
Throw down can mean different things. It can mean to start a fight or challenge someone. For example, two arguing people might throw down a challenge to each other. It can also mean dancing or performing with lots of energy, like when people throw down on the dance floor at a party. Plus, it can mean putting something down quickly and forcefully, like throwing down your bag on the couch when you're tired.
Throw down. Throw down your weapon. Throw down the box. Throw down your guns. Throw down your guns.
Throw down your weapon.
You pick up a card, you throw down.
I will throw down.
I said throw down, boy.
What I ever throw down Rose Comfort?
Just being practical. Isn't it better to settle this once and for all rather than endure all this alpha mom crap until our kids graduate? Come on. I'll even let you take the first shot.
Alpha means being the leader or top dog. In animals, like an alpha wolf, it's the one in charge of the pack. For people, an alpha male is confident and takes control. An alpha mom is a very active, assertive mother. She leads in school-related activities and parenting, making sure her family is on top.
Unseat me as Alpha Mom, as I did Ginny Chamberlain at last year's Christmas. Ho, 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 down!
Who's the alpha?
I mean, I'm the alpha male, so I made the call. Now starts the alpha dance.
You've domesticated all the old alpha males.
Then I'm no longer the alpha lion. Why do you even want to become the alpha lion?
You established your alpha male standing.
The search for power begins when we're quite young. As children, we're taught that the power of good triumphs over the power of evil.
Triumph over means to win against something hard. It could be a problem, like being sick or having a tough time at work. For example, he triumphed over his fear of heights by climbing the mountain. This means he beat his fear. Or it can be about winning against another person or group. The small army triumphed over the big one because they had better plans. Here, the small army won the fight against the larger one.
Brains didn't triumph over brawn.
To your triumph over Annette.
To triumph over us. Love does triumph over all.
Your triumph over drugs.
It would be her final triumph over me.
Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue.
Evil will soon triumph over good.
Triumph over death.
We would triumph over adversity.